Welcome.
Welcome to the TotalBroSports podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and we have Jack here. We have Kai, and I think Ben is MIA right now, but we're going to have a good time anyway. So, Jack, tell us what's going to be happening today.
Today on TotalBroSports, as the gang tries to hunt down what is going to happen with the NFL this year. Will there be studs or duds this year?
Studs or duds? All right, I think that's a great first segment. So why don't we start out with studs?
Okay, I'll tell you who's going to be a stud this year. Obviously, Mahomes, Rodgers, and I think the guy who's going to surprise us a lot might be that guy. I think Josh Allen's might be top 5 this year.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's progressed quite well over his first few years.
And the guy in the duds, I expect to be a flop this year will be probably who I expect to flop this year might be Daniel Jones, Carson Wentz, and Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott's going to be off pretty rusty starting out.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Due to the injury.
I will say there wasn't Josh Allen already pretty much top 5 last year.
No, he was top 6.
Oh, okay. See, that's new. He's going to want to break that 5 spot.
Yeah, he's got to push. So number 1's obviously Mahomes. 2 is Rodgers. 3 is Brady. 4 was Brees, so we might try to push Drew Brees out.
According to who? Are these the ESPN rankings?
No, it's actually my opinion, but.
Okay, so this is Jack's opinion. What?
Fine. The ESPN has always put Mahomes, Brady, and Rodgers at top 3 every year.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair. So the teams you had, so you think the Colts are going to be duds, probably because the Wentz Frank Reich experiment, you don't think it's going to pan out?
No, it looks like a doomed to fail.
That's fair.
You think a change of scenery won't help Carson Wentz at all?
Not really.
Yeah, that's a good question because he was what was he, an MVP? Was he the MVP at one point or an MVP?
Yeah, no, he was second place.
Yeah, he was an MVP candidate, and that was under Frank Reich's system. So I don't know. I think I disagree with you, Jack. I think the Colts could. I don't think there's lofty expectations though. So it's not like they're going to be a dud. So I think that they'll get maybe 8 or dang it, you can't have 500 anymore.
9-8.
9-8 possibly. That's what I think.
Well, with Phillip Rivers, yeah, he improved.
But yeah, we got to stay all right. So Kai, well, who are your studs? Who are your duds?
I think it's pretty much in line with Jack, except I don't think Carson Wentz is going to be a dud. He's going to be there. He won't be a stud or a dud. He's just going to be there. I think it's gonna work to an extent in Indianapolis probably, because he's no longer gonna have to deal with the Eagles and all that stuff. So
I think that's a good point.
And I personally believe Cam Newton is gonna play really well this year because I believe he has more weapons, and I think Mac Jones is nagging him to play better. Because he
didn't have much competition last year. What was he battling between Stidham and
Brian Hoyer?
Yeah, Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, he was
that guy.
Week 1.
I know that's not really much competition. That's like running a race and running against a 6th grader.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cam Newton had no incentive to.
He had no incentive. Yeah. I think at some points he just forgot how to throw the football. It was weird.
Yeah, that might have been due to Corona. Because he had 2 weeks.
It could have been due to Corona. It could have been due to the Liz Frank injury that's been nagging him the last couple of years.
Yeah, Kyle Allen basically pushed him out.
Oh, yeah, he did. That was interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I think for me, studs, I think I'm actually expecting a lot from let's see. I'm going to put the Colts back into stud. I actually think the Colts are going to be studs because of they had a great defense already. And also now that Wentz Reich pairing, I think the Patriots, no, not the Patriots. The Dolphins are going to be studs this year. especially in year 3 of Brian Flores' program. Tua there.
Oh, Brian who?
Exactly. Oh yeah, we should let the fans know about that, but later. And then I think duds are going to be the Patriots because I don't think signing.
Disagree. They spent a lot in free agency.
I don't think it's really going to pan out. Normally, when you spend that much in free agency, you're kind of overcompensating. Like it never really pans out.
Oh, so you think they're going to be like a 10-7?
Yeah, and then another dud I think is going to be the Raiders.
Oh yeah, they're like 8-8 or
Yeah.
8-9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about the new CBA. Like, there's no more 500. I don't know what is wrong.
Unless you tie once.
Yeah, unless you tied. Ugh.
You know, that's a great segue into the next topic. It's now 17 games.
Yes, let's talk about that because I know there are people some are for it, some are against it. Like,
I'll tell you.
yeah.
I think, one, it makes the records look confusing. 2, it lowers the stakes. And 3, more injuries.
You know what? Those are 3 great reasons. It's hard to.
What do
argue.
you think, Alex?
No, I actually agree with that. Because all the records, like single season rushing record,
Look, I said 8-8 on this podcast.
Exactly. What you can't compare the new athletes to the old ones anymore because of this new game. And then injuries. You have guys going down every week. That's just another week for a star player to just get clobbered and really affect a team's playoff hopes.
Yeah.
So I think you listed those out quite coherently. So what you said, Jack, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It makes one more game. Yeah, but like the problem is it's going to make injuries. Yeah, I know one more week of more fun, but like one more week of possible.
Yeah, you're right about it lowering the stakes too. Because the whole allure of football is that there's such high stakes. It's only 16 games. Like, as you always like to say with baseball, they have 256 games?
Yeah, 162, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
162? Yeah, exactly. There's no stakes. All right, say you lose against the Rocks. Okay, we'll just play them again. Or we'll go on a winning streak. Yeah, basketball, same thing. Like, it's not as high of stakes, but with football, 16 games every week counts. That's why you see in the media the next, oh my gosh, like the Raiders look like they're going to be terrible this year. They lost week 1. You're lowering the stakes. So I wonder if that's going to impact the ratings.
That might.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. But what are your thoughts, Kai?
Yeah, at first it looks like it makes sense from a financial perspective because it's another game to sell tickets for. But if the stars are injured, if the stars get injured because there's another week and the stakes are lower and therefore people don't really tune in as much, then it really starts to. That's when it really starts to backfire. And as you said before, the other sports, basketball, hockey, baseball, there's little to no stakes in the regular season, so, which is why most people just watch the playoffs for those ones.
Yeah, I like to say, what was I about to say? I like to say one thing about this 17 games, that it's really revenue, and I think the fans love football. And can I just switch gears about week 1? It is such an important game. Think of it.
Yeah, why don't you go over the statistics for week 1 just to review?
Well, I've looked this up. This was from Fox Sports about like a few years ago.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like you have a 40% chance immediately if you win week 1, and then if you lose week 1, it's 24%.
Chance of making the playoffs.
Yes, it is so big in your confidence.
And now it's still going to be kind of big because only one more game, but it's not a.
Yeah,
it's
somewhat diminished now because you have that extra game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Winning week 1 builds a reputation of who you are as a team. You could see. I've seen teams like lose week 1, fall a few games, come back, but still miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I think a great example of that was the Bucks of last year. I think they had some challenges midseason, but they pulled it together. But I think they still won week 1, though.
No, they lost actually. They lost.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's kind of like.
No, I'll give you a good example.
Yeah.
The Patriots back in 2014 or 2018, they won week 1 They lost their 2 games, but then they go on a winning streak and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also like the Patriots in 2020. They
And
won
26.
week one.
Yeah, they won week 1, but they lost. They didn't. That was the example of them just
They were
just
2-0.
fell apart. Well, Patriots fans are going to say that, 8 players opted out last year. So, but 8 really good ones.
But I think you make a good point. Week 1 is a huge confidence builder and also destroyer.
I'd also like to add, with the 17 games, now teams have either one more home or one more away game, which throws it off balance because teams tend to do better at home.
No, that's only like with basketball, I've noticed.
Oh, you
Are
think
you
so?
sure?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually-
I don't know. Is like there any data to back home versus away with the NFL?
No, it always seems with me. I know, the Seahawks Stadium has like the most false starts for visiting teams.
I know.
Well,
I'm just curious. Like, if you look at the history of home versus away, I would just surmise that home you're gonna win more games, so it does have an impact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but-
it adds this factor where that's not really based on skill here. It's based on if you luck out in the scheduling.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. Well, I got another thing. This is like Langley. They're home. They always lose a lot at home.
Right.
So it shows that home field doesn't matter that much.
Well, I don't know. That's this is professional sports here, and this,
Yeah, I guess
and
a
this,
factory of sadness. Well, the Browns were a factory of sadness at home.
they were a factory of sadness at home and away back when they were still really depressing to watch.
Yeah, they were a factory of sadness.
I'm Baker Mayfield.
No sleeves.
Let's say I have something to say. I need to ask for both of you. Do you think dual threat quarterbacks are a thing of the future?
I thought that kind of movement gained a lot of steam in the early 2010s with RG3, Cam Newton, Russell Wilson. But at the same time, I think that
Mac Jones.
outside of Lamar Jackson, man, I don't know. I think they are the future, but at the same time, pocket QBs are still always going to find a role.
Yeah, they're always. Is Trevor Lawrence a pocket?
Yeah, he is. I think if you're good at, if you have mobility. No, the thing about being a dual threat quarterback is if they're the future, if they can protect themselves.
Yes, they need to slide a lot. I think Taylor Heineke should start week 1.
I agree.
He's younger than Fitzmagic. If Ryan Fitzpatrick, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. Ryan Fitzpatrick is a relief quarterback. He should not start.
I know. I was just talking about that today before I hopped on the podcast, that he is a relief quarterback. But he had a lot of. It's interesting that you talk about being a dual threat, because he had one of his most successful seasons when he was on the New York Jets, and he was scrambling all over the place.
Yeah.
I know. And then also when he was on the Dolphins, he led the team in rushing yards at one point.
He did.
Yeah,
In their tank season.
exactly. So they are the way of the future, but if they don't, it really depends if the quarterback protects themselves. Like Lamar Jackson, knock wood, he does a great job of that, and he
slides a lot and gets out of bounds.
But then you have like an RG3 who is now out of the league, unfortunately, because
I think he never officially retired. But do you think he's indirectly calling it a career?
Well, if you're signing with ESPN to be a college football and NFL analyst, I would say yes.
Yeah, you're probably retiring now.
Right?
There's probably something on your contract saying you're not allowed to be a analyst when you're playing.
I think the thing with Robert Griffin though is he had his opportunity against the Steelers when Lamar was out, and he didn't do that great. So if you're
and he got injured.
Because I know at earlier points in his career, it still was like a what if, maybe this guy has some talent, or he just needs to recover from injury. But then once you saw him against the Steelers, he just didn't look that good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he got injured like usual.
It's hard to believe that he was was less than a decade ago he was actually drafted.
Yeah, time flies.
He was
9
picked
years.
very high too.
I know they gave up a fortune to get him.
Yeah, and they got rid of. He was
he
no
got
longer
one-
a captain. I wonder why.
Pretty much got one season out of him.
Oh, they only got one season out of him. It was unfortunate. But yeah, I think that was good. Like, do you think that pocket quarterbacks will still have the same opportunities as dual threats do?
Yes, they will. Depends on whose system are you going into.
That's true. Are there some, but it seems like all the system, I don't know. It seems like the most successful systems have been with dual threat quarterbacks, like with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is mobile. Like, no, that's clear as day. And then
Yeah.
also you look at what happened with Lamar Jackson in 2019 with Greg Roman. That was highly successful.
Exactly.
And then you have more traditional guys like Jimmy Garoppolo. They're not doing that well.
No, he's not. He's not scrambling, and he's going to be replaced by Trey Lance next season.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be bye Jimmy Graps.
Yeah, that's interesting though. But that's always been the issue for dual threats is they can never keep themselves healthy.
And this is a big one. Bold prediction. Who do you think is going to lead the league in passing yards?
Lead the league in passing yards. Well, now that
Mahomes,
Breeze is
probably.
gone, we got someone else is going to.
I think it's going to be Mahomes.
Mahomes. I'd
Mahomes.
go with that.
Yeah, I think he's like the best quarterback in the league, so makes sense.
Yeah.
The relief court. And for Washington, I just want to say this because, we watch the team. Who's going to start week 1, you think?
Start week 1. Oh no, you know what? We should go through all 32 and just because we don't want to be only Washington football. Like, let's say all 32 and just quickly who's starting.
Okay, let's go. I'll say Washington. Okay, you say Washington. Who do you think's starting?
All right, Washington. It's going to be Fitzmagic.
Or Fitztragic. Don't want to. Okay, with the Eagles, I'm going Jalen Hurts. What do you think, Kai? Let's do rapid fire.
Wait, what?
Eagles. Who do you think starting?
I'll go Jalen Hurts too.
Okay, Alex. You Giants.
Giants, Daniel Jones.
Okay, we'll go NFC North now. Packers, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Yep, that makes sense.
And then
Chicago Bears. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Is it Chicago Bears?
Yep, your turn.
Probably going to go with Fields.
Okay.
I'm going with
Vikings.
Dalton.
Yeah. Oh, Dalton. No, I'd go with Dalton.
I forgot Dalton was on there.
You did forget that. All right, keep going. Rapid fire. What is it? Next.
Vikings, Kirk Cousins. And
Yeah,
Lions?
Kirk Cousins.
And Lions with you?
Lions. Oh, is that with me?
No, with Alex, right? Or no,
Stafford. Is there anyone else on the team?
No. Stafford got traded. It's Goff.
It's Goff
Oh,
now.
Goff. I forgot about that. Then Goff.
And then NFC South. Okay. Bucks. I'm going with Tom Brady.
I think that's a pretty safe assessment.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Saints? You go, Alex. What do you pick?
Saints. I'm going with my man Taysom Hill.
Okay, Kai. What about
It won't-
you with the Falcons?
Falcons is Matt Ryan still there? I think.
Yep.
No, wait. Yeah, probably him then.
And then I'm going with for the Panthers. I'm going with Sam Darnold. Okay, then.
Oh, nice. Oh, over Bridgewater?
No, Bridgewater got traded to Denver.
Damn it. Okay, good.
Okay,
NFC
NFC West.
What's up?
NFC West. Okay, start with 49ers. Go.
Jimmy G.
Okay, I'm going with, and then Seahawks, I'm going with Wilson. Kai, your prediction with the Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals. Murray.
Yeah, I think
Right.
that's safe.
Okay, you with the Rams, Alex.
Rams got to be Stafford who they just traded for.
AFC East. I'll go with the Patriots. I'm going with Cam Newton.
Yep, Cam Newton.
Then Bills, you go.
Allen.
Kai with the Dolphins.
The Dolphins. I think Tua.
And then for week 1, I'm going with Zach Wilson for the Jets. Okay, now let's go to AFC South.
AFC South. Who?
Texans.
Oh, Texans.
Oh, Watson. Oh, wait, shoot. That's actually a good question because Watson has all these legal problems right now.
Yeah.
Is
Who else is on the Texans?
But look, the league they play on, legal issues, they just rain or shine, keep going. So Watson, yeah.
Yeah.
Watson,
And then with
sure.
the Jaguars, I'm calling it Trevor Lawrence.
Over my man
Gardner.
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew mania. Okay.
And then, well, let's see, Colts.
Colts.
Wentz,
Wentz.
Yeah, I thought Wentz is
Wentz.
out.
Oh wait, so then
Oh,
who
wait,
do they
is he?
have?
So it could be on Brett Hundley.
Don't they have Jacoby Ellsbury?
Oh, yeah, or L. wait, isn't it
Brissett. No, what about Brissett?
Brissett.
Oh yeah,
Jacoby
Brissett. No,
Brissett.
sorry, Brissett. I forgot his last name.
Brissett. Yeah, he's not bad. Okay, what's next?
And then last one, Titans.
Titans.
Oh, that's easy. Tannehill.
Good. All right, now that we've
AFC West. Chiefs. Mahomes.
AFC Mahomes.
Okay. Chargers.
Raiders. Carr.
And then
Carr.
Chargers are Herbert, and the Broncos are
Oh, what Lock? True Lock?
Drew Lock. Just say that he might.
Drew Lock.
Okay, last division.
AFC
would be
North.
AFC North.
Start with the Ravens, and I'll go with Lamar Jackson. I know that's a bold move. But
I know, bold prediction, right?
Okay, AFC. Okay, I'm Steelers. I'm going with Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, and then we have Mayfield, no sleeves Mayfield.
And then
And
there's
then- The Bengals. I'm going with Burrow.
Oh, really? Do you think he's going to be recover from the ACL injury in time?
Yeah. Who else are they going to put in? Brandon Allen?
Did he play like that preseason game?
No, he didn't.
See, superstition.
it's a good.
No,
yeah,
that's why I'm thinking
to know.
maybe they'll keep him out week 1 as well. But Brandon Allen, unfortunately, is not that good.
no, he
Yeah.
isn't.
So since we've gone over all of teams now, I'd like to turn our attention to something completely different for our last story of the day.
Sure.
And it's a team. It's the only team that effectively has no home field advantage. The Arizona Coyotes and
Yeah,
their
why don't you let
stadium
us,
woes.
everyone know what's going on with that.
You see, the Arizona Coyotes play in a stadium that's owned by the city. I think it's Glendale, Arizona. And the city decided not to renew its lease after the 2021-2022 season. So now the question is up in the air for where are they going to go somewhere? Are they going to finally get out of the desert? And I hope so. I hope they move to Quebec City, Kansas
just
City,
small market.
anywhere. Well, I personally think Quebec City would work because sure, the market's small, but the thing is Quebec City had a team before, and they only moved because of financial troubles, not because the fans weren't showing up. And also, it would be nice to have another Canadian team.
What's up, Ed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And but also the Coyotes are still in the Western Conference, so another alternative could be Kansas City, which is a relatively large market that doesn't have a hockey team,
Yeah.
or an NHL team at least. But I think the most likely place is Houston, which is unfortunate because I don't think Houston will care for this team either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy how they decided not to renew the lease.
And the thing is, they said that they wanted to focus on bigger and more important events.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the Coyotes may be moving out soon, which is about 20 years overdue.
Yep.
So do you guys think they're gonna move? And if so, which city?
man,
I think they're going to move, and then probably Houston.
Yeah, I don't really. Remind me again what sport this is.
Hockey.
Hockey.
Okay, yeah, I don't really follow hockey as closely, but I'm guessing Houston because it's close.
Yeah.
What is
yeah.
a hockey team doing in Arizona anyway?
Yeah, I thought that
It's,
too.
it's a thing I'd like to call it's a term I just made up. It's called NHL Manifest Destiny. The belief that hockey
Isn't that by urinating tree?
No, this is a term that I made up. It's the belief that hockey is destined and should expand to places that don't get snow. It's
Hey,
been
look,
a
the
thing.
Lightning have won the last 2.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
look at the Florida Panthers, the Carolina Hurricanes, and especially the Coyotes. It's not really working out as well as you think.
I
And
know, but
yeah,
I'm just shocked about Tampa because that's not a place that gets snow. And they're
yeah, but
just
that's more
awful.
because the team was managed and was managed well, and like the owners actually care.
I know. So some of these other sunny cities need to get better management for their hockey teams.
Yeah, but
Like the Golden Knights. Oh my gosh, Vegas. They were so close, but then the Caps just said, no.
Yeah, they slaughtered them.
Yep.
But yeah, imagine being an expansion team and winning. I know the Seattle Kraken. Why did
Normally
they win the
expansion
cup?
teams just get dogged on for a few years.
Yeah, I got a good question. Why do you think in basketball expansion teams get shit on? Well, hockey, some took the league by storm.
Man, that must have to do with like how teams acquire players if in an expansion team.
I think also with like basketball, you can be on the floor way more than be on the ice.
I
Yeah.
personally, also hockey tends to favor the underdog, and also
Why?
yeah, the Kraken are Seattle Kraken. I'm excited for them.
Release
And,
the Kraken.
Can I'd like to bring
Wrong
up
podcast.
I'd like to bring up one more thing. Because of the Seattle Kraken, the Arizona Coyotes are actually moving to the Central Division with the Blackhawks, the Blues, those teams. So I think a move to Houston is pretty much inevitable at this point. It makes a lot more sense
Okay.
because the closest team, their closest divisional team now is the Colorado Avalanche, which are far, and everyone else is even further away.
Man, Jack,
So
all this hockey talk is making me think of the song.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Rock
Wait,
and
wait,
Roll
play it
Part
out, I
2,
wanna hear it.
Gary Glitter.
Can't hear it. What is it? Wait, can you hear it?
I can barely hear it.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Since we were talking about hockey, but yeah.
Yeah, don't they still play that?
I don't
Don't
think
they
any
still
team
play
does.
that? Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
they don't
any
play
team
that
plays that anymore.
Hey, it's a good
unfortunate.
song.
Well, they
It's
don't-
unfortunate. It's a good song, but you know with
The
with that
the
guy-
singer got arrested multiple times.
I know.
Well, he thought he could be a pedophile.
It's unfortunate, but the song's still good.
Yeah, it goes. It's like this.
Okay, so I think that we pretty much covered all the stories of today. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about?
Not really. I think
No.
we covered our main things. But the bold prediction is the team that's not going to make the playoffs that made the playoffs last year is the Chicago Bears.
That's pretty bold.
Bold
Okay.
prediction.
Alex, this will be our outro for the Total Bro Sports podcast.
Okay.